Welcome, cheeky muffers, to chapter 62 of Memoirs of a White Guy. Holy shit, it's good to be back. So during the week, you guys would have seen the poll about, last week we were like, you know what, let's think of an official name for this fan base, for the fan base of this podcast. Justin Bieber has Believers. One Direction people are called Directioners. Everyone's got a fan base name except for this podcast, and I felt silly, and I'm sure you guys felt like you didn't have an identity. You were walking around feeling worthless, but you'll be feeling worthless no more. Sorry, my throat is screwed. I'll explain why in a minute, but you guys will be feeling worthless no more, because during the week, you guys crowned yourselves and voted yourselves in as cheeky muffers. So if you have two headphones in on the train, or if you're listening to this in your bedroom, or you're at school, or you're studying, or you're at the library, or you're at a brothel, it doesn't matter, because either way, you're a cheeky muffer. And if you're at a brothel right now, you're a cheeky muffer, most likely touching a cheeky muffer or a cheeky muff. Or you're cheeky muffing with a cheeky muff because you're a cheeky muffer. Wow, that got confusing. Either way, you're going to be... Doesn't matter. We're talking about... There's two meanings for muffin, and that was the joke. So, yeah, you guys... Sorry, I've got to look at the vote. So, on the Facebook page, I'm just getting open now. I asked you guys to vote, and I was like, you know what, just vote whatever fan base you think, this should be. And I originally suggested something like maybe Lil Whitelings or something, and the ones that were suggestions, so it was an open poll. Cheeky Muffers, I'm just looking at the poll now, holy shit. Cheeky Muffers won by almost double the vote, so you guys absolutely wanted to be called Cheeky Muffers. You clearly saw that as your identity, and I was all for it. I voted for that one too. Number 2 was the Fat Birds. I think that's pretty, to be honest, pretty disrespectful towards Peter. He's not around anymore, and he, obviously has to have the interview, but I just think, I don't know, I don't want to name our whole fan base after that. I think Cheeky Muffers is much more appropriate. It shows that we're cheeky and we slap muffins. So, Lil Whitelings was another strong contender, along with the Luke.kidgell Klansman. But that one has some... I don't think that one has much mainstream appeal. I think it would work well in Southern America. I think there's a few people there who would support the Luke.kidgell Klansman. But here in Australia, man, we try and be more progressive than that. So I think we'll give that one a miss. But yeah, so Cheeky Muffers it is. Thank you to everyone for voting. Thank you for everyone's suggestions for the official fandom name of this podcast. But it's just Cheeky Muffers. It always is and it always will be. Yeah, so if you haven't slapped a muffin already while you listen to this podcast, go to Coles. I was going to say buy some from Coles, but just go to the rack and just slap the shit out of it. I still receive probably 2 to 3 cheeky muff slaps a day on Snapchat. And so yeah, I mean, thank you for those people out there teaching naughty muffs a lesson. And it's really Cheeky Muffers has multiple meanings. It's a fandom, yes, but it's also a patrol unit that keeps tabs on all misbehaving muffs. And I think there's a place for that in society. And, no one else is doing that. No one else is doing the hard yards in there because no one else has what it takes. But, this podcast is doing the deeds that most people won't do, which is patrolling naughty muffs. So thank you everyone for their hard work out there, whether you're doing it from home, your mum's brought home a couple of muffins or cupcakes or whatever the fuck, and she thinks they're well behaved, and you go, hey mum, let me inspect those muffs for a second. And if you even have the slightest inkling that muff is gonna cause a ruckus or do something of the slightest inconvenience, any sort of misbehavior, you slap the shit out of that muff. Okay, you have my full permission. You don't need my permission anyway because you're a cheeky muffer, but I think I am the cheeky muffy. So if you guys are cheeky muffers as the fan base, does that mean I'm the cheeky muffy? I'm the muff. I'm the head muff. I like that. Head muff. Captain Cheeky Muff. reporting for shit meme duty. At ease. And then you guys just all, instead of like saluting me, you all guys just do a backhanded salute that leads into a muffin. Cause so you just slap a muffin pretty much, but you start it at your head. That's it. That's totally it. That's the, I don't know if most fan bases have like official salutes, but our one does. So yeah, if you ever see another cheeky muffer in the flesh, this is what you do. Walk up to them, salute them normally, and then they'll be like, at ease, cheeky muffer. And then instead of doing like, you know, in usual salutes, put your hand up to your head and they go down really quickly as they salute someone. Well, instead of going down, we go, or not really anyway, we just salute, and then you pretty much take your hand, your backhand, wherever the hell the nearest muff is. So you just got to locate a muff pretty much, and then slap it. And that's the official salute. So get saluting during the week, spread the word, cheeky muffers unite. All right. So what I actually want to talk about this week, I mean, that was probably, I was planning for that to be most of the podcast, but I got to 6 minutes, and, you know, and that's probably just enough cheeky muff chat. I think we can all agree. Just enough. Maybe just not enough, but I'll just cut it there. We'll quit while we're ahead, while it was still fucking bang on content. What I want to talk about this week, I'm currently standing at the moment in the radio studio because they have standing desks, and it's great. I'm just walking around doing my podcast. Well, not really, because my mic's in the one spot, but I'm just kind of standing next to it because, man, I've been sitting all day because Lewis can't sit when he does the radio show because he's too tall for even the standing desk. So I have to sit down for 2 hours, and I just get bored of sitting. And I probably should explain why my voice is so messed up. Hang on, I go have a drink of water. Oh, man. I sound like, I don't know. I sound like I had like a pack of cigarettes for the last 30 years. What happened was, well, nothing really happened. We had our staff Christmas party on Friday. And then I backed it up the next day. We had a fundraiser event where there was a few babies going around as well. And then I had a 21st that night. So it was pretty much like a 36-hour bender on the weekend. And not that like I drank excessively at all of them. And not even... Oh, okay. I drank excessively maybe at the radio Christmas party. But, you know, it's the radio. It's literally the Christmas party. I mean, when Brennan Favola's there getting on the beers, you don't not get on the beers. You get fevved with Fev, and that's exactly what happened. And it was loose. And here I am making out like I know Brendan Favola. He has no idea who I am. He just knows me as like random drunk guy number 15 who came up and tried to speak to him. But that was pretty funny. It was a good night. I don't know. There's nothing really to report from the night, to be honest. It was good fun. And then yeah, so I didn't even lose my voice from like drinking. I just lost my voice from constant loud music all weekend and trying to have conversations with people, like talking to our bosses and stuff. At the Christmas party, just trying to have like 45-minute long conversations with like Nicki Minaj, just going, you're like, shut up, Nicki. I'm trying to smooze my boss here at the Christmas party, alright? Trying to put myself, you know, on the map, maybe make a good impression, and I'm trying to compete with bloody Nicki Minaj rapping over the top of my combo. So that's why I've lost my voice. And also, doesn't help that my literal job is talking. I come in and talk every single day for 2 hours. We just finished our radio show today. And now, what am I doing again? I'm yelling about cheeky muffins and the Christmas party. And I'm yelling, this is the most hypocritical shit ever. This is very ironic. I'm yelling about having a sore voice. Complaining in a loud tone that hurts my throat about having a sore throat. And I think last week, or maybe the week before, I was literally defending myself, going like, man, I don't know how this guy puts his throat out. I think I got a question from a guy on the podcast that was like, hey man, how come you do, I don't know, it was something like, how do you do radio and podcasts all the time and never throw your voice out? And I was like, dude, I don't know, man, it's not that hard. You just don't yell. You just like keep it cool. And then look at me now. I literally sound like an emphysema patient. So, man, that dude has a point. What else am I talking? Yeah, so that was like my weekend pretty much. And then I actually got some work done on the Sunday, just organising Melbourne. So My Melbourne Comedy Festival show is like already organised. The registrations were due like the end of last week, which means I've picked my show name for my tour next year. I've been working super hard on that. I'm already working on the art, like the poster for the show, t-shirts. Also, was thinking of doing caps this year. But so if you guys want to give me a vibe on caps, like send me a message on Snapchat, Insta, Facebook, whatever. If you guys like want a cap, I just think, I don't know, I wanted to do some like different merch. I did a t-shirt last year and everyone seemed to really like them. So I'm just going to try and find like a good quality cap place and just get, I don't know, I like wearing caps with cool little things on it. So I just thought something that I would like that maybe other people also would. So let me know your vibes on caps. I think I was originally wanted to do funky socks as my merch, like get some cool funky Luke Kidgell socks so you can subtly, oh my god, maybe I should get some Cheeky Muff, Cheeky Muff socks or Cheeky Muff, dude, I need to make Cheeky Muff mittens with it so you can slap a muff. That's the merch. When do you ever wear mittens though? I mean, I would now because I'm a cheeky muffer, but maybe that's what I should do for merch this year. Not caps, not socks, cheeky muff mitts. I would sell out in like a second. Man, I don't even know how you get custom mittens printed, but I'll bloody look into it. I'll probably have to get them printed from overseas because no one in Australia wears mittens because it's always fucking hot. Maybe I'll have to get, I don't know, gloves. What else could you get? You could get like muffin rings. I don't know. I'll work out something. Anyway, so let me know if you have any merch ideas. I was thinking like I just want to do something weird this year, like maybe socks or a hat. I don't know. I like wearing funky socks, so let me know. Anyway, but I've been working on that all week. Got the show organised, and that's pretty much all like the comedy shit I have to update. I've been working on new stuff, like material-wise. And so in the spare moments between the radio show, I've been trying to write videos, which the writing's going well. I never get time to fucking film them. But I've been filming on weekends, thanks to you, to Emily, my gal, for helping out. Emily's been helping me shoot and stuff because, man, it's so hard to do this. All my ideas, I need a cameraman and I can't afford one. So I'm trying to get myself in a position where I can pretty much pay someone to help me with videos so then I can upload more. I need to just work out that side. But I'm slowly like getting on top of having a full-time job. It's taken me like 8 weeks to adjust my life from a year of doing nothing. But I think now, like, it's like 5 p.m. in the afternoon. We've finished all the radio stuff. I'm recording the podcast and I'll write a bit of stand-up. And then I've got 2 gigs tonight. So I've been hustling outside the radio for you guys still. Your boy's still hustling. All right, cheeky muffers. Oh, man, that's cancer. I actually feel like Logan Paul when I do that, which makes me feel rich. And then I look down at my my worn-out, broken $150 Vans, and I'm like, oh, they're not Gucci. I'm not Logan Paul. But, one day I'll start, trust me, one day I'll make content shit enough that I'll be Logan Paul. Alright, so I want to talk about, let's go to what I actually want to talk about. Alright. Did you guys hear about the royal engagement? It happened I think today. Maybe it was last night. Honestly, I don't keep up with the news. I don't care that much. But it's all anyone's been talking about today at the radio station. Or I just hear all the women gossiping and all the guys just not giving a fuck. And it's pretty much Prince Harry got engaged to Meghan Markle, I think it is, who plays Rachel Zane in Suits. And pretty much every law student today and every guy pretty much who's ever seen that show felt a little pain inside that Rachel Zane was taken. She is a fan favourite on the show by not just the male gender. I'm sure females want to bone her too. But, but it was just, good on Prince Harry. He's always been the cooler prince. He's that Will guy. I mean, look, good on you, Will. He seems like a lovely dude. He's charitable. He's also somehow managed to get an insanely hot wife. I mean, that dude, it's so bullshit where girls are like, oh my god, no, he's just, I didn't even, have you heard the story about William and Kate? Apparently, Kate met him in a bar once and really hit it off with him, and they already went on like a date or something, and then she found out he was a prince. Bull fucking shit. No way. There's no way. Look, even if he's nice. Okay, but look, maybe that's true. Maybe they hit it off, but there's no way she was ever going to bone him. And then okay, no one's that nice. Like, no offense. Look, William's not that unattractive. Neither of them are that unattractive. But it's more just like, come on, look at the chicks they're dating. They're like famous. I don't know if Kate was famous, but maybe she's just famous now for being a princess. I don't know. But all I'm saying is, though, it's like when girls like go, oh, Ed Sheeran's just like, oh my god, Ed Sheeran is so hot. It's like, yeah, he has a big bank account, but he's not hot. Like, if Ed Sheeran or Prince Harry or Prince William wasn't famous, no girls are talking about them like they want to bone him. No way. Like, if Ed Sheeran was busking on the street, okay, just like, wait, what's one of his songs? Like, guitar, something to do with pastries, and, no, wait, I'm going to Ed Sheeran, man. I can't even sing any of his songs. I bought tickets for like $200. Oh, no, wait. Something, I'm in love with your body. Ooh, ooh. Okay, so he's like jamming on the side of the road, right? So you're walking along, and then you just hear from the distance, ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm in love with your body. And, and obviously because he sounds like this, he hasn't made it. And then you see that, like, you see him out of the corner of your eye. He's got tats up his arm. He's a little ginger guy, just like dweeby, got glasses, playing guitar. You wouldn't even second look him. Like, you'd be like, oh, that dude's poor, and he's a ginger. And you'd be like, fuck that. And you just keep walking. You wouldn't even be like, oh, and he's a loser. I got tats, playing a guitar. I mean, he sounds like an emphysema patient singing, which wouldn't be a huge plus to him. But even if he had his regular voice there, you wouldn't second look him, alright? But then as soon as there's some kind of fame, or like, it's a bank balance. Dude, and you might be thinking, like, I'm just literally calling females gold diggers here. There is studies that have been done. I'm going to look it up now. That studies have been done that women orgasm easily. What should I Google it? Women orgasm easier with rich men. There's actually like studies where girls have not orgasmed as hard, and then found out that the dude was like had a huge bank account, and they've just like dripped all down his leg. Women orgasm more with rich men is the study. There's heaps of them, man. I read this ages ago, and I was not surprised at all. So I'm not going to go into it, but pretty much the article, they proved that there was a direct correlation between the amount of orgasms a girl had and the income of their partner, which is really bullshit, but also like props to you ladies. Like, get out there, get some rich dick. Absolutely. I mean, I'm not going to pretend like guys aren't that low as well. Like, there's definitely dudes out there who, like, I don't know if they go looking for rich girls, but I mean, I'm only with Emily because she's loaded, man. That's so not true. It's actually the opposite way around. She only dates me because of my Triple M modern digital money, okay? She's only with me because I'm on the radio now. That's a joke, by the way. Okay, if you actually think that. Dude, I can't even believe that she's with me. Like, she started dating me in, like, end of year 11. So we were going out in year 12, right, at school. I was, like, the bassist in a pop rock band at high school. I used to jump into bushes every lunchtime because it was funny, and we used to film it on Snapchat. This was, like, before I started making public videos, before I had any sort of internet following. I just did this for fun, right? Like me now, it hasn't changed. I've always been this fucking weird. Like, I was slapping muffs before it was cool. Well, actually, it was never cool. I just want to point that out. But I was, you know what I mean? I was doing that shit, and then, I don't know, and then she started dating me. But the sad part about it is, for her, I've probably gotten cooler since high school, which, I don't know, says a lot about Emily in high school. So if you're listening, Emily, right now, I don't know, thank you for dating me, but I bring this up with her all the time. I just really don't understand why. I mean, thank you. You know, I shouldn't be pointing out on my flaws, because she'll probably break up with me now. She'll be like, oh yeah, what a dickhead. I could do way better than that. Wow, that got really sad really quickly, didn't it? But anyway, girl, what was I even talking about? Oh, Prince Prince Harry getting some cheeky muff, getting some famous muff. All right, so yeah, he's engaged. It came out that like they were dating for like a year and a half. Rachel Zane of Suits, and man, I was only watching Suits because of Rachel. I mean, Rachel was the man in Suits. And yeah, I woke up this morning. It was devastating news. Just to, yeah, I don't know if she was ever like on my list. You know, like couples have like. Me and Emily don't do that. Maybe I should bring Emily on the podcast next week, and we should do our list of like people who we like. You know, if you met them once, you can sleep with them. Maybe we should. I don't think Emily and I have that actually. So maybe I should get her in next week, and we should do our list. Dude, she'd probably pick like I'd probably be like, oh, Mila Kunis, and then she'd like pick Mila Kunis as well. Which, you know, you can't blame her for, but we'd just be probably boring and both just pick, like, the hottest white girl ever, because she'd be like, I don't know, there's no men hotter than Mila Kunis. I mean, there's men who are richer, so maybe she'll pick, like, Prince Harry or some shit, and that'll prove my point. But, I don't know. I'll find out next week. Yeah, I'm going to do that. You know what? She mightn't be up for doing that. I think she'll just be, like, pick, like, a Hemsworth brother or some shit. I don't know. Dude, okay, even if that happened, I don't get that game, because, like, it's a fun thing to, like, if I ever met whatever. But, like, honestly, say if, like, I get on the, like, proper radio, the chances are that, like, one day I'll meet Margot Robbie, and I'm like, I'm not actually going to bone her. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, though? Like, does anyone actually uphold that rule in their relationship? So it's like, oh my god, if I ever met Brad Pitt, he's like my whole pass. Like, I can fuck Brad Pitt if I meet him. And then, like, one day the husband's there and Brad Pitt walks into, like, a restaurant. Like, just, there's no way the husband's like, oh yeah, you can go fuck him now. Like, no way. And then the relationship continues normally after that. Because every time the dude will be boning her after that. If she went to, like, you know, she had a night with Brad Pitt and the guy was just sitting at home the whole time, like, watching Ocean's 11 or, like, Fight Club. Just like, fuck, man. This guy's on top of my wife right now. And by the way, that's another thing. Like, who says Brad Pitt wants to fuck you back? But yeah, like the dude's like going to be like, you know, watching the thing, and then he's like, you know, going to think about, oh my god, my wife's sleeping with her. And then after that, I could never be confident during like any sort of intimate pleasure in that relationship again. Like, if you know Brad Pitt's been there, I can't top that. I'm not Brad Pitt. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way you can top a Pitt or a Hemsworth, or, you know, I don't know how Miley Cyrus had sex with other dudes. I mean, that's probably why she's engaged to him now, because she tried another dude and was like, that ain't no Hemsworth. Okay, Hemsworth's the top. I mean, he's rich and he's like, he's ripped. He's rich and ripped. The two R's. Alright, that's all you need to be, really. And, and his personality, I guess. But, you know, he's rich and ripped. But, anyway, so Prince Harry. What am I talking about? Okay, so I got to establish that, yeah. If Emily wants to do it, look, she mightn't be up to publicly sharing who she wants to bone on a podcast, which celebrity she'd want to be with. I'd also have to have a think about my one, because, you know, now I need to be like, I need to be careful, because now Rachel Zane is taken. Well, I mean, I was more attracted to the character than the actual actress, because I've never really watched her other shit. But, oh, no, I've got mine any day. It's Wonder Woman. It's Gal Gadot, or whatever she is. Man. The chick who plays Wonder Woman. Holy shit. I think Emily's going to choose her too. We went to see the Justice League on Sunday night. And we both knew the movie was going to suck. But then me and Emily were just like, oh, well, Wonder Woman's in it. So we just look at her for an hour. And then we were both like, that sounds like a really good thing to do together. And it was great. And afterwards we just talked about how great she looked. And actually Emily was disappointed in Wonder Woman's look. Apparently she didn't look as hot as she did in the Wonder Woman movie. But in the Wonder Woman movie, she was pregnant. So I don't know why. I don't know. Well, that's pretty fucked up. Maybe she had like a pregnancy glow in the actual Wonder Woman movie. But man, look up her. Look up new Wonder Woman if you haven't seen her. Just go see the film. It's a bloody, it's a cinematic masterpiece. The shots with her in it. Whew, that dude deserves an award. And not the dude who shot them. I don't know, just, you know, not dude, just Gal Gadot deserves an award. Her parents do for making jeans that good. Congratulations. And Emily asked me after the show, it was a really good question. She was like, what do you find attractive about her? And I was like, man, I have no idea, because you say if you looked at a picture of her, right, and like, I've watched her in other movies before this. She was in Fast and the Furious, and I was like, yeah, she's pretty, you know. I wasn't raving about it, and then as soon as I saw her as Wonder Woman, I was like, oh my god. And I think it's the same shit I was talking about, but the guy version. It was just like watching a female who's like killing it. She's kicking ass, she's deflecting bullets, just like being in a position of power, and she's like a boss, and she pretty much just a female fucking on dudes. It's just like, you know, blasting Nazis in the face. I was like, man, that's hot. Like, I don't know if that's like a weird fetish to have. Just like a Nazi hating chick. I mean, it's better than like dating a Nazi. You know what I mean? Like, it's better to date a Nazi hater. So yeah, maybe like just I think the reason, to answer Emily's question, I don't know what I said at the time. I probably tried to talk my way out of it, but you know what? She probably listens to this podcast anyway, so she's going to hear it now. I think the reason, is just that she's like a boss in the movie. I think that's why Wonder Woman's so hot. I mean, good on you, Gal Gadot. But you know what? I've seen her on like Jimmy Fallon and stuff, and like being interviewed, and she's still insane on that. And it could be partially the accent. Nah, I'm not really attracted to, I don't know. Just watch the movie. You'll get it. You know, even guys and girls alike. It doesn't matter if you're gay, straight, bi, or whatever. You're gonna love it, okay? Go have a bloody feast. Give your eyes a treat. Anyway, so I was talking about... I don't even know what I wanted to say about the royal wedding. Oh yeah, other than that happened, and I think I had a point. Oh no, I think my point was just that there's no way in hell that Meghan Markle, I mean, good on her, it was just like, man, I love Prince Harry without him being a prince. Like, I think she realized that if she married him, he seems like a top dude. I don't want any disrespect on Harry. This is the dude who's been a constant party boy. He's charitable. He's been in the army, so he's a stand-up bloke. And he's also got naked in Las Vegas multiple times, and it's been printed in the media. So he is pretty much... You know what? Actually, that's why she's dating him, because he's the man. He's like the Wonder Woman of dudes. Like, he's the man. Actually, you know what? My point's changed. I was going to be like, man, what a gold digger. She just wants to be a princess. But you know what? She was already loaded because she was in a really famous TV show. And now she gets a little tiara and gets to fuck a legend. So, for the rest of her life. So, props to you, Meghan Markle. Excited for the royal wedding. It's the first time I've ever been remotely interested in the royal family. Because it's the first royal that I've ever liked. Which is Prince Harry. Like, William's boring, man. Like, he's just dating a attractive... But you know, Kate seems boring. Like, she's hot, but you're like, You know, like, she probably didn't even play Candy Crush when it was popular. Or she's like, or she... You know what I mean? Like, she just sucks. You're like, everyone's playing it. Just play it. You connect little candies. It's fun. Things explode. You get other candies to buy more candy. Just play it, Kate, alright? No one's going to call you Candy Crush Kate, alright? Just play it. It's just, everyone else is. Anyway, is it rude talking shit about a princess? Is that like illegal or treason or something? It's like I'm talking shit about Diana. That would be rude. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is Kate's boring, so is Will. Prince Harry is the only royal I've ever cared about. And you know what? So, good on you, Meghan Markle. She must have been a pretty special gal. So yeah, well done to Prince Harry and Meghan. I completely changed my tune there. I started off being like, man, Meghan just wants him for his money. It's like, no, she wants him for his personality and his ginger pubes. That's why she wants him. So, anyway, okay, what do I want to talk about next? Alright, so I read during the week, this one was a banger, okay? Okay, so dude, I think it was on 60 Minutes. Someone said this, alright? A North Korean official said that the only threat in the world is Donald Trump. He was like, we must get rid of Donald Trump. That's what a North Korean official said. Now, here's the thing with this statement. I can agree. That is one of North Korea's biggest threats right now. Is one of the few people actually standing up to North Korea because they're brown. And he doesn't like that. And well, I'm assuming that's the reason, because they're not American, pretty much, and also they have nuclear bombs. So that's half a reason. The other reason is they don't have the same skin pigmentation as Donald Trump. But he's like, we must get rid of Donald Trump. But it's like, dude, then that's not the only threat in the world to that North Korean official. I mean, I know he's not listening to this podcast. I mean, he's an official, actually. So I think they can have access to the internet, but civilians can't, I assume. I don't know if that's the rule. Or maybe they just get it censored, like China. I think they might get either no internet or censored internet in North Korea. I mean, you know, and there's no way, even if they did have the internet, that they'd be allowed to listen to this shit. Memoirs of a White Guy. This is fucking propaganda. Like, this podcast is just me starting muff revolutions. And to be honest, it's going to start anarchy. Like, there's going to be anarchy in the streets. There's going to be muffins that are, you know, they'll realize, holy shit, not only is our muffs misbehaving, but our politicians are too. And you know what else is a bit cheeky? Communism. So they'll just start slapping everything, mate. They'll walk up to a nuke, slap it, might trigger it, might start World War III. So, you know, it's probably a good thing that this podcast isn't broadcast or downloadable in North Korea. Because, you know, this podcast is pretty powerful amongst the world stage. I know for a fact the UN have flagged it just out of safety precaution. Like, hey, man, this guy's been talking about... you know, slapping muffs a lot lately. Let's not get it into the wrong hands. So it's pretty much trusted in every single other country, this podcast. We've got listeners from Australia, New Zealand, America, UK, Nepal, I think. Dude, just like every country, like all these European countries. I don't know where you guys are from, but it's great to see you guys out there patrolling local bakery aisles. And we're pretty much wherever muffins are produced. And also, it's great to see you guys following my comedy content, but mainly the muff thing, because you guys are cheeky muffers now. Anyway, what was I even saying? Oh yeah, this news story that I read. Yeah, okay. So the North Korean guy said the only threat in the world is Donald Trump. Are you saying brown snakes aren't a threat? Like, people die everywhere, like every year. You know what I mean? From brown snakes. Like, there's lots of other threats. Saying, I don't care how invested you are in your little nuclear war, alright? Saying that one thing is the only threat in the world is narrow-minded and selfish, alright? What about terrorism? Or, you know what's another threat in the world, North Korean official? North Korea. That you're a threat to everyone else. You're a threat to yourself. Because if they blast a bomb, man, dude, I don't know anything about international politics. I don't know why I'm even talking, but if they blast a bomb, there's no way everyone's going to be like, oh, sweet bomb, cool nuke, man, rock on, surfs up, and like just do nothing. No way. They're not going to pop a single shackers. And if they do, it'll be a shackers it'll be like a shackers that then goes down on a big red button in the White House and just goes, fucking cowabunga, man, and then hits like that button that it's on in all the movies that blasts all the nuke. Apparently, like in the Cold War, there was actually like a button. Like both like the Russians and the Americans had a button that they were going to press, and it got to a point where one day apparently the president's hand was on the button and was going to start a world nuclear war, but then he was like, nah, I didn't hit the gym this morning, so I didn't have the balls to press it, so he wasn't pumped up enough. But I've heard that the world almost ended because some dude was like, oh, they're going to bomb us, should I? And then like someone whispered in his ear like, hey, don't, or we'll all die. And then he was like, oh shit, yeah, that's a good call. Man, you never want to treat like a nuclear bomb big red button like it's a muffin, alright? No matter how cheeky it is. Okay, you could see the bloody cheekiest damn nuclear bomb muffin. Walk away. Be the bigger person, alright? And like, it's a muffin, okay? Even if it's got a muffin painted on it, oh man, that's how, you know what, that's how North Korea are going to do it. That's how World War III is going to start. And it's going to be from one of us now. Shit. They're totally going to disguise the big red button that fires all the nukes to everywhere across the world and destroys planet Earth. They're going to disguise it just in a Safeway 4-pack of choc chip muffs. And bloody props to them, because there's no... And, they're going to make them naughty as well. Because there's no way in hell I would see a Safeway 4-pack or any home brand type of muffin package, and I see it sitting there, cheeky, naive, like as muffins do, you guys would know, and just walk away. I mean, if it's a big red button, I'd walk away. I'd be like, hey, no, that could start World War III. But there's just a little choc chip muffin. I don't know. It's a big nuke button. I'm slapping that 9 times out of 10. I tell you what, probably 11. I don't care. I'll slap it every time. You know what I mean? It's a non-negotiable, guys. You guys out there and you see what looks like a muff, you slap it. Just be wary that it might start World War 3. Holy shit. I think I just blacked out for like 5 minutes. What was I even talking about? This happens every week. Like, I'll start on one thing. I'll be like, man, North Korea said this. And then 5 minutes later, I'm like, oh, don't slap a muff. Or I don't care. How the fuck does it always get back to muffins? You know what? Because I'm a genius. And I'm a true cheeky muffer through and through, baby. I'm showing my roots. And I can't help it. All right? You know, some people are like, oh, Luke's sold out, man. He's on the radio. It's like, dude, well, like, what happened, man? You used to, like, care about us. Like, what changed, bro? What changed? No. Okay, you don't even dare suggest that I've sold out until you hear or see me, which you never will, walk up to a pantry or a supermarket or whatever a muff may be. Like, walk up to a choc chip or a blueberry, or heck, I'll even do it to a poppy seed. I don't care. Or a plain muff. I'll walk up to any muff, big, little, or small, and if I think that I have any reason to even suggest that muffin may be delving in any sort of misconduct, or if it's sitting there with just an audacious, ignorant attitude, or even, dude, no matter what sort of reprehensible behaviour I think this muff is about to get in, as long as I can confirm that it's cheeky, then goddamn, I'm slapping it so hard onto the floor, across the room, out of someone's hand, into your face, man. I'll slap a muff into your mum. I'll slap a muff into your mum's muff. I don't care, okay? So if you even suggest that I've sold out, think about that. Oh, Luke sold out, yeah? I'll slap a muff into your mum's muff. That's not selling out. That's my roots, all right? That's where I started. That's how I came to be where I am. From mum muff, cheeky mum muff slapping. So, heck, I'll go join that dude at the start of the podcast in the brothel just to give him a muff so he can slap it. That's how much I'm here for you guys still. Okay? So, that was a joke, by the way. A few people, actually, when we got the radio show, like, messaged up, who's like, bro, you fucking sold out. Like, 99% of you were like, yay. Fuck yeah, good on you. Like, you guys are succeeding and I don't want you to fail, which is absolutely how I think when all my favourite creators or whatever get a great opportunity. But there's always the 1% that's like, bro, what happened, man? And to the 1%, eat a dick. Like, eat so much dick. Like, suck. Dude, I don't want you to suck on a muff. You don't deserve it, alright? Eat it, just eat it. I don't care. Like, not that dicks are bad. Eat a vagina. Whatever. As long as your mouth's full of, like, sweaty genitalia, then I'm satisfied, okay? Because I don't get why people actually said that. I don't think I ever addressed that. The people who were like, oh, you sold out, bro. Like, when we got the radio thing. It just made me angry. I was just like, there's no reason for that. Other than, it's like, hey, man, you're more successful than you were. Fuck you. It's like, yeah, it's not like we've even sold out. Like, trust me, if you knew the money we're making, holy shit, you would not be saying we're sold out. But, like, you know what I mean? It's just, anyway, what am I talking about? Fuck those people. That's what I was talking about. But, yeah, that's stupid when people do that. When they're like, man, I used to like him when he made comedy for free. And now he's getting paid to make comedy. That changes everything. Not really, but... Like, dude, it just means that you get more content from me every single day that's good. You know what I mean? Because, like, we put a lot of work into the radio show. We just try and make it good, which is cool, and it's really cool. And I always say, I actually try not to talk about radio too much on this podcast, because this isn't that. And, you know, it's just hard to not bring it up when I'm sitting in $1 million radio studio, recording on my shitty $200 mic, and yelling my mind off. Someone, like, came to the door before, and was going to walk in, and they thought I was on air, I think, because I was, like, standing up and getting really animated. I think I was miming me slapping a muff into your mum's muff as the person walked by, and they were like, oh, shit, that person must be recording, like, a really serious radio show. If they had walked in and heard the vulgar content that I was saying, you know, I don't think they would have minded interrupting me. But, yeah, they just walked away. They've left now. But that's right, I'm back on my own. So... I did end this podcast, actually, because I got to go to a gig, but, So I think that's literally, I've got to the end of my list of all the shit I wanted to say. So that is the end of the podcast, guys. Oh no! Before we go, I need to tell you my Subway story. Holy shit. Not often will a podcast get into high intensity Subway story. But this podcast is exactly the podcast that will. Hang on, one more drink. Oh man. I'm going to die. I don't even know how I'm going to talk on stage, and I'm going to be like, hi, money. Anyway, that wasn't very funny. I just hurt my throat even more. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. My high-intensity Subway story. So, for this podcast, I went to get some Subway, as you do. And I was getting the Subway right, and holy shit, it was completely normal Subway experience. I got my basic cast order, I got my white bread, I got my chicken fillet, I got my cheddar cheese, and then they put it in the thing, waited 30 seconds while the guy judged the shit out of me for not getting Italian herbs and cheese. But I'm so used to it right now, I just blank it out, man. I'm like a fucking rock when I'm in Subway. I know they judge me, I don't care. I'm used to it. So then, wait 30 seconds, he gets it out, the order's still normal. He's like, hey man, do you want some salad on that? I'm like, yeah, give me lettuce and tomato and nothing else. And I always make a point of that, just so they know that I'm confident in my order. Because if you go, oh, just lettuce and tomato, they're like, fucking bitch. Get some more salad, get some olives, you pussy, get some green pepper up ya. But if you're confident in lettuce and tomato, they go, shit, here's a guy who knows what he wants, okay? And you gotta respect that. Yeah, I'm a basic bitch, but I know it. And that's respectable. And then it got up to the final bit. Oh no, he was like, hey man, what sauce do you want on it? And I was like, dude, why are you even asking? Just start putting mayo on it. You know what I want. Look at me. The sauce is the same color as my skin. Just put it on nice and thick, alright? So I got some mayo. And then this is where the story gets holy shit intense. Okay? He's like, hey man, do you want any salt and pepper on that? And straight away, you guys know my answer. I was like, no. No thank you, man. Just no. I said it like twice just so he knew, because I'm pretty anti-pepper. And he's like, and as he was saying, dude, I don't know if he had a brain fade or if he just wanted to spice up my meal, because even he thought it was too bland. But as he was saying, he's like, no worries, man. He starts picking up the pepper jar, and my brain just started melting. I was like, there's no way this dude, after I've said no thank you, no pepper, is picking up the pepper jar and is about to put it on. I was like, there's no way that's happening. That's not going to happen. It mustn't be the pepper. He must be moving it to the side for the next customer. And then, like it happened in slow motion, the dude just started sprinkling pepper. And I could have probably stopped him at 2 shakes. I could have been like, oh, no, I said no pepper. But I was just so shocked at watching. I was so hungry at the time. You guys don't understand. Okay, we do a lunchtime radio show. I didn't usually get lunch until like 4 p.m. All right, so I was like, oh my God, man, I just want my normal lunch. Let me have it. And then he just starts ruining it with pepper. And already it's half ruined. And I'm like, and I start stuttering and mumbling like a nervous schoolgirl. And then I was like, I said no. And then it was too late. And then he just did one last shake and he was like, oh, sorry, man. I'm just really used to putting on pepper on everyone's sub. And I'm like, bro, I know I look like everyone. I have a generic head. I look like every guy ever. But it doesn't mean that other people are as boring or as bland as me, okay? Everyone else tries different things. They go, yeah, I'll have a bit of pepper on my tuna and cucumber and whatever the fuck they eat. No, man. Anyway, so the story's not over, but it's literally just beginning. So then we're moving up the thing. I've got pepper on my sub now, and I was like, the thought came through my brain like, oh, I should get him to remake it. And I was like, nah, that's like, that was a white thought. Like, that's like the first white thought I had all week, that I was like, oh shit, I should get the dude oh, by the way, some of you guys have been sending in your white thoughts. Keep sending them in. I'll read a few out next week. So send in your white thoughts, just like you guys sent in my fun facts. It's always good fun. We'll do a proper white thought segment next week. But so anyway, I had this white thought where I was like, I should get him to redo the whole sub and start the process again, because that's not my fault. I'm the consumer. The customer was always right. And I started like having this loop in my head, and then I just went, nah, fuck you. You're being an idiot. It's just pepper. Come on, deal with it. So he's like, oh, I hope that's okay, man. I was like, yeah, that's fine. So he starts wrapping up my sub. And then, obviously, because I'm white and I go there all the time and I'm basic and I'm a guy who knows what I want and I'm not ashamed of it, I go into my wallet and I start pulling out my Subway loyalty card, which you guys know about. Now, I was 4 things down on my Subway loyalty card. I had 4 hole punches in there, and I was about to go for my 5th, which was free drink and 2 cookies. My first reward on the Subway loyalty card that I got like 3 weeks ago. I was super psyched all week. I've been psyched to walk in there and use it. I was going to walk out with my 2 chocolate chip cookies like a boss, because I'd even planned what I was going to get. I was like, man, I could get a regular drink or 2 chocolate chip cookies. And I was like, I want the cookies over the drink. So I knew what I want, man. I knew exactly how this whole order was going to go in my head half an hour before I went to Subway. And then as soon as it started derailing and my plan started going wrong, I just started panicking, right? So the guy, like we get to the end of the thing, right? And he says to me, and I cannot stress this enough, his wording was, do you want to buy any drinks or cookies? And I said, no. Because I didn't want to buy them. I wanted to redeem them from my Subway loyalty card. And then he's like, no worries, man. That's just going to be like $10 or whatever. I forget how much it cost. That wasn't important. So I gave him the money. We do the financial exchange. And then I hand out my Subway loyalty card to him. And because he thinks I don't want cookies or a drink, he goes and stamps number 6. So he skips. So it's up to 4. On the number 5, there's a thing to redeem. So he just skips 5 and stamps 6 and 7. So he's already giving me 2 hole punches, which is wild. And I think he did that because he felt bad about putting pepper on my sub. And I was like, all right, man, cool. What a legend. He's almost redeemed himself now for the pepper incident, but I'm still kind of fuming. And I was like, oh, what? So do I not get my cookies? And then I was like, oh, dude, I wanted to redeem my cookies. And then he was like, oh, I thought you didn't want cookies. And I was like, no. I didn't want to buy cookies, but I still want my cookies. And he was like, cool, man. So then, this is the crazy part. This is where shit gets intense. So, sorry, I just jumped up and down the studio then. I was getting really excited. He's already stamped 6 and 7. So that's already 2 extra studs that I've got. Like I'm already on my way now to a whole 3 foot long. And then he goes, no worries, man. And then he stamps number 5, which is redeeming your 2 cookies. And then he gives me my 2 cookies. And I walk out of there with 1 sub with pepper on it, but ignore that. 2 cookies and 3 loyalty card stamps. Can I get a hell yeah? Hell yeah! I just dabbed twice, and the guy in the studio next to me is staring. But that's okay, because, oh my god, I went from 4 points on my loyalty card to 7. I'm almost up to 10 now, off 1 transaction. 10's the next thing where I can redeem it. That's crazy. That's one of the most wild fast food transactions I'll ever have. And I think you guys can agree that was a thrilling story, engaging, positive because it ended really great, and pretty much the best story I've ever told on the podcast. So you guys are welcome for that. I'm bringing you this kind of content every week, and that's not saying that, some weeks I'll mix it up, some weeks I'll go to KFC, something crazy might happen there. But this week, it was Subway related, and you know what, the podcast benefited from it. So, well done everyone. I think we all had a great week. Thank you guys for listening. Oh, also, I might post a picture of my Subway loyalty card in the group, just in case you guys can help me out. The problem is, I'm looking at it right now, I've been trying to work out how to rig my Subway loyalty card all week. Probably for like 3 weeks now. And because I'm trying to find a loophole in the system, but I can't find a hole punch that is the same size as the one. Like, I've been looking around the local businesses, because I assume they just got their hole punch from like the local Coles. But man, it's like it's a circle hole punch, but it's way smaller than the actual hole punches. So I'll give you guys a photo of it during the week. And if anyone thinks they know where to find a hole punch of the same size, so I can get what's my next reward? My next reward is a free regular 6-inch sub with drink purchase. Oh, I have to buy a drink to redeem it. That's bullshit. No, fuck this. I don't want this loyalty card anymore. I'll work it out. Anyway, I can also go to South Yarra Subway. Sorry, this is just me now. That's coming to my personal time, and that's not relevant to you. I just got really engaged in my Subway loyalty card. Guys, that is the end of the podcast. Thank you all for listening. I'd love it if you told a friend about it, spread the word, because you know what, this is great content, and if your friends are missing out on this shit every week, God help them. So thank you all for listening. I'll be back next week. Probably not have as crazy as a week. I'll probably be able to speak through it all. But yeah, that was the podcast. Enjoy. Have a good week, guys.